protect and spare our backs and keep them pain-free with all the bending, picking things up and playing we do with our dogs on a daily basis. And you want to stick around to the very end because we're going to learn how to leverage our dog's natural encouragement for play and exercise into living a healthier lifestyle. We're on to our technique skill, which remember we talked about how we want to learn how to hinge our hips properly to protect our backs, which is important for dog owners. As we are always constantly bending down, petting and playing with our dogs, this is an important skill. So what I like to start off with, guys, is what I call short stop position, and Celia's going to get into that position. So starting with from the ground up, we should have center of pressure in the middle of the foot. Okay? Toes are pointed straight ahead and your feet are just under the hips. They're not out too wide. As we move up, her hands are resting on her knees and her shoulders are stacked over top of her knees. And you'll notice that her hips have been shot back and we have a neutral spine, right? Her spine is aligned, right? So from this short stop position, we're simply just going to stand up and squeeze the glutes. Okay, so let's stand up and squeeze the glutes, right? And then we're just going to slide our hands down our quads to find that same position again. So our hips are sliding back. So the key, guys, and as we come up one more time, is it's not a knee bend, right? We want our hips to move first. Hips go back first to our short stop position. And as we come up, we squeeze. So it's, again, translating the hips back is the key, which is, again, making our hips do the work and not bending from the back. Okay, guys, so now that we've learned about the translation of the hips back, well, let's apply it to real life and picking things up. So we've got Lupe's toy basket there, but if you want to use your dog, it's not too heavy, or even your dog food, whatever, or even just one even toy, we can use that. So step number one, guys, in life is the object should be as close to the body as possible. So you'll notice, guys, the actual toy bin is kind of in between her feet and also kind of centered within her body's midline, right? So from this point, guys, let's go into that short stop position. So Celia's gonna, again, shoulders are stacked over top of the knees, our hips are translated back, center pressure's in the feet. Okay, so now at this point, because obviously this is a bit lower, we just need to bend the knees a little bit more once we've hinged the hips, and then we lift. As we finish, squeeze the glutes, keep the object as close to the body as possible. And then we reverse course backwards, right? So the hips go back first, then we bend the knees to put the weight down. Good. Let's just do a couple more. So short stop to a hinge, to lift and squeeze. Good. Awesome. And there we go. So one thing too, guys, Lupe, come here. I'm going to practice something. Say for picking up her dog. Another important rule, guys. Lupe, sit. Sit. Good girl. So if I want to lift something, guys, number one we talk about is object always close. So I'm beside Lupe here. I hinge the hips. Hey, turkey. Okay, so I want to pick her up. She's a bit heavier, right? I want to lift her up, right? I'm up. But now let's say I want to move somewhere. I turn towards you guys after I've hinged. We don't want to hinge and twist at the same time, right? So I'm going back. Same thing with putting things down, guys, right? We want to hinge. Turkey's close to me. Hinge to put her down. Neutral spine, and there we go. Right? So we don't want to be twisting and bending at the same time. We want to make sure we hinge properly. Object's always close to us. Then we turn on feet and add the locomotion part. Okay, guys, I really hope you enjoyed moving with us today. Bottom line is, guys, the more you interact with, play with, engage with your pet, it's not only good for the health and wellness of your pet, but for us as well. So as mentioned, guys, we're going to discuss some methods where we want to take advantage of our dog's natural zest for playfulness, exercise, to help us be a little healthier. So there's 3 ways we can do that. The first is called habit stacking, where we already take our dog's pre-existing routine or our own routine of walking, for example, and we just add something a little bit of exercise before or after, which could be just even one exercise, okay? Or even a short video. Again, I've got tons of short workouts that don't require any equipment that you can click on above. And the idea is we take existing habits and add in newer habits. And again, the idea is starting with very small pieces to kind of stack on top. This second way is overlapping tasks. So let's say you're already walking your dog in the park. Well, why not stop in the park and do a few bodyweight squats or some chin-ups or whatever it is, and just get some exercise in while you're already walking your dog as well too. Also, what we've already done too, we were getting our mobility in today, right? Getting some movement in today while petting our dog and spending some time with our dog. So that's overlapping tasks. And the third option, guys, is called task splitting. And that's where we take a physical task and combine it with a mental task. Obviously a low grade mental task. For example, let's say you had a meeting or a conversation you had to do for work or whatever, well, why not do that with your dog during your dog walk or while you're exercising or playing with your dog? Obviously, as long as you can do it safely, and the priority is the safety and wellness of your pet. If you can integrate those guys, that's another way you could do it. Okay? So hopefully you guys found this video useful and that helps you and your pet be healthier. Again, guys, I'm always available for any questions. Please comment below. Let us know how you found this workout. And please subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Thanks so much, guys. Say bye, Lupe.